Hello and welcome here on the Scale Modeling channel. Big paper crafted medium Japanese tank Type 5 Chiri. And this turret in my hands that we finished in previous episode. Scale of this kit is 1 to 25, and that means that is much bigger than ordinary 1 to 35 plastic kits. So this kit is from such a journal. Whole model printed in it on a thick paper sheets. On the opposite side we can find photos of the finished model. This journal from Polish manufacturer Kartonowa Kolekcja. All previous work with the turret you can find somewhere in the links below this video. Okay, I prepare some details of the hull because I want to start work on it in today's video. Here we have massive details. Except these paper details, I will use upgrade kit with a cardboard ready for use templates that belong to the hull's construction frame. So before we start, we have to assemble this frame. As for me, it's one of the most interesting part of the work with the paper models, because everything goes quickly and you can see your result very fast. In other words, the stage full of action. First of all, I added side parts with the textures on the cardboard details. After that we can connect all cardboard frames together in one piece. I use here, like in previous video, PVA glue, gluing part after part together and watch if everything's right. Okay, receive such a boxed upper part. And it seems that everything okay, so what I want to glue right now is the rear part of the tank. Pick cardboard plate, apply glue on all of the edges. And I can say that I love this stage of assembling in papercraft kits, no matter tanks, ships or airplanes. Smaller front and rear cardboard plates. Level of connection here is on a good level and it's okay. And it have to be good, because if the frame will be with some defects, so we receive problems in future when we add some textured skins over this construction frame. Phew, here is the result of the first stage with the hull. Actually huge hull of Chiri medium tank. I added first details from a suspension system, paint some edges before I add paper panels around this frame. We have one additional option that we can do if we want. This upper armor plate not connected with the rest of the tank, because we can integrate here air cooling system. Actually only part of it, grills. Stock paper detail had painted grills, so it is easier option, but I decided to use hard one. And from optional details like this one you can do more realistic grills that has its relief. It takes me 2 days to create such realistic grills from details from this journal, but the result worth it. Finally we can integrate grills in upper cardboard plate. And after that, finally, I can add here big colorized detail. Here we can see a final view of our construction frame with some added textured parts. These plates with arrows not included in this kit and even in upgrade kit. I made them by myself from the pieces of cardboard to increase the strength of the whole hull and to increase the gluing surfaces. And what we have to do next is to connect together our main framed part of the hull with a colorized skin. I will do that with the help of this glue. Working the same way like I do it a little bit earlier with the front parts of our tank. Okay, finally all textured panels that imitates armored plates are on their places. I spent on it big amount of this glue, but it's okay. What is really important, that connection of those details were successful in general, except some small mistakes and defects, but let it be. Now we can work with the smaller details. First of all, I want to add hatches and some other smaller details in the front part of our tank. And then I will go to the suspension section and rollers. That procedure will take a lot of time, but we have no choice. Work on suspension or on some other small parts and details on our hull. Work with small details typical. You extract some amount of details from paper that belongs, for example, for front or rear section, bend them if it needed, paint their edges with the paint of colors that you need, and it's easier to work with a group of such details instead of the single parts. When details ready, you can apply them on your model. So I added almost all parts on the front part of our tank, hatches, hinges, secondary gun manlet, and so on. We also have that gun and machine gun, which will be placed here in the end. We can say that the most of the parts of the hull that left in this kit belongs to the rear section. First of all, I mean exhausting pipes and protection meshes for them. And second big job in this model that left is suspension, rollers and truck links. A lot of job there, so I started. First of all, supporting or upper small rollers, I prepare all details that belongs to them. For better connection, instruction recommend us to use metallic wire. So you can see now such a picture. Here is details for 3 pairs of yellow upper rollers. Except some of rollers, I drilled the holes in all of that details and put rollers and that details on this wire. Here on the right side we can see how it look like. So why I put all of these details on this wire? Because I have to paint these gray sections in yellow color, so it will be easier for me to paint them, and it's easier to control all of these details and to gather them together. I have to cut this wire somewhere here and insert a gathered section with a pair of rollers into the hull. But what if we insert whole wire through both sides of our tank? I think it will be the good idea, because our rollers in that case would be on the one straight line. So I insert this metallic wire from the both sides of the hull and add pairs of rollers from one and from another side. Okay, we have here finished 6 pairs of small supportive rollers, 3 for each side. Good result as for me, and due to metallic construction they have enough strength to support the weight of caterpillars, which we add here a little bit later. So let's overview today's result of our work. As we see, in this episode we received such a hull, a lot of parts added here on our medium tank, but a lot of them left. Main rollers, suspension and truck links, so it takes at least 2 episodes because of big amount of such details, but it's okay. And I like what we have for this moment. And let's put our turret, just to check how it looks like, on our hull, and it looks cool. Okay, I think that's enough for today, so thank you for today's watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. You can leave your feedback, so good luck guys and bye!